We had more good news overnight. 0 new coronavirus cases recorded in Queensland. That's the third time we've seen no new cases this week. Stephen Miles, our health minister, said a short time ago that Queensland has just 20 active coronavirus cases, a figure that he says was really unimaginable a couple of weeks ago. Now, yesterday, our Premier, Annastacia Palaszczuk, she was the first Premier to stand up after that National Cabinet announcement to say how Queensland would be approaching that recovery plan. Now, the first stage of that plan will be rolled out next Saturday on May the 15th. It means that a maximum of 5 people will be able to visit a household at any given time, up to 10 people able to gather elsewhere. That will provide some relief for our cafes and restaurants as well as gyms. We will also see the relaxation of rules for open houses, for auctions and also for beauty services such as nail salons. Now, when it comes to recreational travel, Queenslanders will be able to take a trip up to 150 kilometres from their primary place of residence. And we will also see the relaxation of restrictions for our regional areas, given that during this pandemic they've recorded the lowest number of coronavirus cases compared to the southeast. Now, of course, there has been some criticism that it might be economically unsustainable for cafes and restaurants to reopen under that stage 1 restrictions, given that a maximum of only 10 customers will be allowed in a venue. Here is Stephen Miles on that criticism.
I understand that that's the case for a lot of larger venues, but for smaller venues, I think these measures will be really welcome, and they give larger venues a chance to test their systems. And so I would encourage restaurants, for example, to start to do 1 or 2 sittings a night, so that they can ensure that that their systems are in place, that they are developing their plan.
Stage 2 will be rolled out on June the 12th, and that is when we're going to start to see some greater relief for our tourism industry with the reopening of cinemas and theme parks, and also some more freedoms for our regional areas as well. The clincher, the final stage of ease restrictions that will come into play on July the 10th. That's when people will be able to gather in groups of 100, and we will also see travel within Queensland possible, but also interstate travel on the cards. The Premier says she will be taking the advice of our Chief Health Officer in order to make that decision at that time. Janie?